response to this situation, a special reconnaissance mission has been put in place. And once all the necessary information has been gathered, the next objective is to carry out an exfiltration of the Special Forces members. And this is when the Argo swings into action. Now that the exfiltration has been carried out, Special Forces are now arriving in order to prepare the offensive and analyze the terrain. And they're doing so aboard the Argo from the Canadian manufacturer Phoenix. Now the Argo is an 8-wheel drive amphibious extreme terrain vehicle. It's currently in service with numerous military forces around the world, such as the Canadian Army and the US Air Force, and in West Africa, notably in Senegal. And as you can see, the Argo is operationally proven. Now it's available with either a 747 cubic capacity petrol engine or a 1028 cubic capacity diesel engine. The Argo has a curb weight of 727 kilograms, a payload capacity of 680 kilograms. It can carry up to 6 personnel and tow up to 909 kilograms. As you can see, the Argo is an incredible damage by the vehicle's hull. The vehicle can withstand impact from rocks. So now the Special Forces have entered into combat with the rebel forces and have driven them back into the village, and reinforcements are arriving on board the VAB Mark III from Renault Trucks Defence. Now the VAB Mark III is a 6x6 medium weight armoured vehicle, offering a very high levels of performance in terms of mobility, protection and payload. The VAB Mark III benefits from 30 years experience of VAB legacy. The vehicle, driven from behind the windshield, provides onboard commander and driver with excellent observation capacity. Its compact profile facilitates optimal stealth in urban. To the Volvo Renault Trucks maintenance network is available across the entire world. So you've got performance which is close to an 8x8 but at an economic cost. So while the VAB disappears down the back of the hill, IFV for 2+7 soldiers with a remotely operated turret from. Now the VAB Mark III is able to climb a gradient of 60%, negotiate a side slope of 40%. So we're just waiting for the last of the Special Forces to make their way into the VAB Mark III. So just going back over a few details about the VAB, it's able to climb a gradient of 60%, negotiate a side slope of 40%, and cross a trench 0.9 meters deep. Along a potentially hazardous piece of road. Ladies and gentlemen, the United Nations vehicle has narrowly escaped being blown up by a bomb. Now the mine removal teams are arriving, ladies and gentlemen, aboard the Dagger from Renault Trucks Defence. And as the mine removal operator gets out of the vehicle, let's have a look at the suit he's wearing. He's wearing the Proticop demining suit. Now the Proticop demining suit is supplied to the French Army, and it's designed for special operations leading to the searching of mines and neutralization of them. It's composed of a jacket which provides front, back and shoulder protection, arm protectors, removable mittens for hand protection, trousers. Now the mine removal operators have just placed the new Summerworld GBK drone. Fantastic, the new Summerworld ground bomb killer van to use. It's placed over the suspicious object, and in case the object blows up, the GBK channels the blast upwards and stops the horizontal fragmentation. Now, as we've seen today on the tarmac, the implementation of the GBK from Summerworld is very fast and very easy. It's developed internationally and patented by airports, railways, embassies and sensitive areas. So now we're going to watch the Dagger making its way onto the terrain. It's a light armoured vehicle for command and liaison, principally intended for aid and support units. It's got a small profile and military 4x4 chassis, offers good urban and all-terrain mobility, and its armoured body offers the best level of protection available in its market class. The Dagger has a modular internal volume, which means there's enough room to fit it out in either the transport version or the C2 command and control version. The system of rails fitted to the partition allows the vehicle's inner layout to be modified and easily secure items and equipment. And different versions are already in use that can be tailored to suit the requirements of the specialised units. Now the Pastor from Katon Racing is making its way onto the track. Followed behind is the Agrali from BT Proyectos. Now we've got the Agrali first, and then the Pastor vehicle just following on behind. Let's have a look first of all at the rather fast Pastor vehicle. It comes from Katon Racing, which is a company that specialises in the design and manufacture of high-performance vehicles for racing. And Katon Racing has already completed international races such as the Rally Dakar, the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge and the Rally de Morocco, and it uses their experience in racing for developing the Pastor ATV. Now the ATV Pastor is an ultralight military high-performance configurable vehicle specifically designed and engineered to meet the requirements of a high-mobility, lightweight armoured vehicle for military and law enforcement agencies worldwide. Now it's also is available in both left-hand drive and right-hand drive versions. It's motorised with either a 4.5 litre V8 engine, diesel, or a 4.6 litre V8 petrol engine. And both of them have horsepower up to about 300 horsepower. It's got a choice of 5-speed manual transmission or 6-speed automatic transmission, and the Jaws features independent double wishbone. We've got two vehicles from the straight group. First up, we have the Gladiator coming across, and behind it is the Scorpion. Now, both these vehicles are produced by Straight. Let's turn our attention to the Gladiator now. Now the Gladiator, let's turn our attention to the Gladiator. It'll come up on the screens now. Just waiting for the Gladiator. Ideal for basing a fleet of variants while easing maintenance by having a common drivetrain. With seating for 12, with driver, commander and 10 dismounts, or alternatively reconfiguring the crew as an ambulance or as a command station. It's got a very large capacity, so the Gladiator lends itself perfectly for the fitting out of a large remote weapon system. And the parabolic leaf suspension provides Gladiator with a good ground clearance. Please remain seated, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the members of security forces that are coming out of the back of the wagon are equipped by the Protocop Robocop type equipment. Now the Robocop type equipment was developed by Protocop during the early 1990s. Protocop's equipment are at the origin of modern crowd control. Now today it's used by all the French intervention forces, ranging from the gendarmerie to the police to the army and the prison service. And often copied but never equal thanks to its research and development departments, it's always ahead of the pack. Now the protection can be worn over or underneath the uniform. It's fire resistant, anti-acid and corrosion resistant. And the protective equipment is formed by overlapping jointed shells. And this system similar to... let's turn to the ballistic domain. Protocop is the partner of Safran Sega. It supplies anti-fragment, anti-ballistic vests for the Felin program. Now, this is the only protection of its kind to offer equipment which has been successfully tested at 120 joules. guaranteeing total protection against fractures. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks as if the security forces have managed to bring the situation under control, and the Bastion by Renault Defense, as well as excellent protection against ballistic aggression, mines and IED in accordance with Stanag 4569. It exists in troop transport and logistics variants, and the APC version can be fitted out as an ambulance or for a command post mission. As we see the Bastion making its way down the rather steep hill, the Bastion HM is capable of climbing a gradient of up to 60% and negotiating a side slope of 30%. And that's going to help us carry out the aerial reconnaissance mission before we can set up the logistics base. Now, the Pickup Express drone has been developed in collaboration with the DGA in a RAPID project. The Pickup Express system can be deployed fully automatically in less than 2 minutes without any danger for the operator. And the takeoff sequence is very simple, as we've seen here on the screens in front of us. Just push a simple button and the system is in the air. The tethered version can be deployed up to 150 meters above the ground for 6 hours with a 3 kilograms payload. And the system can easily switch from the tethered version to the free mode in less than 10 minutes. Now, in the free version, endurance is up to 60 minutes with the payload. This UAV is also available with a 2-stroke. Now, this UAV has been specifically designed to be noiseless. It's able to perform autonomous flight pre-programmed by the operator. And this UAV is well adapted to perform safety convoy scouting missions, and ACAR Robotics has been, which is the wireless remote weapon system, weapon station made by Singapore Technologies Kinetics. Now let's go back to the Themis. The Themis, which means the Tracked Hybrid Modular Infantry System, is the first fully modular hybrid unmanned ground vehicle in the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's made by Milrem, and it's got a payload of 750 kilograms. It can be used for a wide variety of applications, as you can see on the screens. A few technical details. It weighs in at around 850 kilograms. Maximum speed between 20. MLT 10180, and following on behind it is the MLT 960 telehandler. So let's have a look at the larger vehicle, the MHT 10180, which is currently handling the 20-foot container. Now, the MHT 10180 has got an 18-ton nominal capacity and 600mm centre of gravity. The lifting height of the machine is 9.7 meters, and the telescopic boom offers an outreach of 5.3 meters. And thanks to the following features, now the Losberger range goes from 15 meters squared to 105 meters squared, and they're adaptable to all types of terrain and the needs of today's armed forces. And the tent can be put up in just 7 minutes 30 seconds, and the same time is necessary for taking the tent down again. The operation can be carried out by only 2 operators, and Losberger tents are in operation by armed forces from all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, cutting up the hill at a great rate of knots is the vehicle from Volat, the Minsk wheel tractor plant. Now, Volat designs and manufactures unique transport solutions for its crews. Just watching the Minsk vehicle coming under the bridge. Now, Volat represents its new vehicle here, the MZKT, which brings mobility and cost effectiveness to military and peacekeeping units to unprecedented levels. And that's a rather impressive view of it going up the hill. It's got an 8x8 wheel formula, interaxial and cross-axle differential locks. Let's have a look at the engine. It's got a Caterpillar C13 and automatic transmission. It's got a maximum speed of 105 kilometers per hour in military service, and the vehicle is ideal for transporting high-value, complex. There's also a possibility to install armouring and other systems on the customer's request. Here we go. order. Fantastic, very good. Very good. Now, technical competence and many years of experience enable MiGs and Volant to produce vehicles which are indispensable for accomplishing a wide variety of tasks. Onto the terrain. Now, the Carapace is an acronym for a long-distance petrol tank supply lorry. The Carapace is the new fuel supply vehicle in operation with the Service des Essences des Armées. The be integrated into an inter-army logistics convoy. It's a rather impressive vehicle in these difficult conditions today. It can be used in insecured areas. Yes, it can be used in insecured areas thanks to its bulletproof cabin and cockpit. It's got a very high level of security, which is also ensured by the following removable active or passive elements. A teleoperated turret which can be controlled from inside the vehicle, and the cabin can be protected via a caliber 50 machine gun positioned on the roof, which can be rotated to 360 degrees. This tractor-driven tanker lorry is the fruit of a collaboration between Scania for the motor and chassis, and the bulletproof armor plating is from Esson Security, and the tanker trailer is designed by Maison. Now, the vehicle, the centre equipment and foremost supplier to the French Army. Now, as the Sentinel whizzes before us, you might be interested to learn, ladies and gentlemen, that it accelerates from 0 to 80 kilometers per hour in just 27 seconds. Sentinel range with 4x4, 6x6 and 8x8 vehicles ranging from 4,000 to 16,000 litres. And it's equipped with automatic transmission and a torque converter. And of course, this vehicle complies with airport international regulation, the ICAO. And its wheels. So the Sentinel has come and stopped on the top of the hill for a demonstration of its water cannons. There we go, 1, 2, 3. The Monitor has a range of 100 meters and a flow of 6,000 liters per minute. It's powered by a bronze Sides water pump with a capacity of 7,200 liters per minute, which is powered by the power divider. And obviously all the firefighting equipment is controlled from the cab by the Sides firefighting control panel, directly accessible with the same ergonomics for the driver or passenger. As it's doing now, as well as going forward, and that is without disturbing the efficiency of the water cannon. The flow does not undergo any variation at all. The load allows it to operate the entire vehicle and its means of action from the outer platform, directly accessible from inside the vehicle. That's a rather impressive vehicle. Onto the tarmac in front of us. First up is the Themis from Milrem, equipped with the ADA remote weapons wireless system, weapon station. And coming closely behind them are the two Argo vehicles, manufactured by Phoenix. And coming on we have the Manitou team, the two trucks, the two telehandlers from Manitou. The NLT 10180 and the 960. And now vehicles, the Sentinel from Sides is making its way across the terrain, followed by the Carapace. And don't forget to have a quick look at the Los Verges tent over on your left hand